Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy Sunday. I am so excited to be here with you. This is Jennifer with Creativity. I am coming live to you from my studio in Lexington, South Carolina. Welcome, welcome. Sorry for being delayed. Been playing around and realized that I am about 15 minutes late. I am so sorry. I guess I need to start setting alarms. Hello, Candy. Welcome. Just getting started. Let's see. Get my desktop up so I can see any comments that come through. Not that big screen. I hope everyone has had a wonderful Sunday. I hope everyone has gotten used to time change today. Oh, that always messes with me. And it seems like the older I get, the worse it gets. But we're going to figure it out, right? All right, so tonight I've got some sneak peeks I'm going to share with you. I am using the Branching Out bundle. However, it will be more to come with this bundle because I had a one-day retreat yesterday and was not able to play around with it as much as I want. So there are a lot of things to do with this bundle, and the cards that I have today are simple but pretty, but there is a lot more to come, so stay tuned for that. But then sneak peek is we have new online exclusive items coming out on November the 4th, which is Tuesday, and I am going to be using some of the new paper line that is going to be available to you as customers starting on Tuesday. So that's a little sneak peek that I'm going to share with you on that. Also, I will be using some embellishments that will be available on Tuesday as well from the new online exclusive items. Hello, Miss Debbie. How are you? All right, so we're going to dive in. Remember, tonight is my online monthly class, so this is a free with purchase. If you make a $35 minimum order by shopping through the link that's in this video, I will send you these projects that we are doing tonight for free. So this is my monthly online class, so place a minimum of a $35 order and you will get all of the products to make these cards for free. All right, we're going to flip the camera and then we're going to jump in. I do have a lot of announcements. So what I am doing is make sure you're on my email list because tomorrow I will be sending out the November schedule. And then I will be opening up the in-person registration for in-person card class, which is Monday, November the 10th. So that is in person, and then I've got my Sip and Kit class coming up, Craft Along coming up. So there's a lot of things coming up. So I will start advertising tomorrow via email. So make sure you're on that email list so you don't miss out on any of that stuff. All right, guys, you ready? We're going to turn this camera around and we are going to get started. Let me fix this. Looks like I was tilted a little bit, so I want to make sure I am straight and ready to go. All right, so the stamp set that we are using tonight is called the Branching Out. This is a good stamp set because it's for all occasions. You've got happy moments. You've got sending with love. You've got happiest birthday wishes. Then it's from our family to yours. Thinking of you brings joy to my heart. Hello, friend. So there's so many things you can do with this. Oh, good, Candy. Yes. I've had mine probably about 2 weeks, but I have not been able to play with it. So that's why I said the cards I'm doing tonight is not even touching the things you can do with this. So, these are the dies that go with it, and just the dies alone is worth purchasing this set. I love how it does our corners, especially since we don't currently have a corner rounder. This die set here is amazing for that because it does your corners. So if you scrapbook, these would make great picture frame mats. So if you scrapbook, this would be worth your purchase just to do your framing of your photos on your page, since we don't currently have a corner rounder. So these are the bundles this is the bundle that we're using tonight. So let me share with you. I'm going to go ahead and share the paper with you so we can talk about it, and then we will get started then. This is a double-sided paper. So I am going to show you one side at a time, and then you will see the back side as well for the second sheet. So give me 1 second. I'm getting it turned around so that way when I do one side, it's the other side showing as well. And then I'll tell you the name of it, because I actually just opened it today when I made our cards for tonight. So let me get this turned around, and then that way I am good to go for the thing. So this paper will be available starting November the 4th for you as a customer, but if you are a demonstrator, you can purchase this now as a pre-order. And if you would like to join my team, you could add this to your starter kit. But it is called Brushed with Beauty. It is 12 by 12 designer series paper. The colors that are in this pack is Calypso Coral, Darling Duckling, Early Espresso, Lost Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Secret Sea, and Very Vanilla. All right, so we're going to move the stamp set out of the way. We're going to move our pick tool out the way because we don't currently need that. So here is the paper line. So this one is short because we are going to be using this tonight. So this is one side, and this is the back side, and this is the side that we're using tonight. So this is the double-sided, so you've got the stripes on one, and then I guess this would go like that, and then you got the flowers. All right? So now here is the second sheet, and then that is the back side of it. So you've got Petal Pink, and then this is the Darling Duckling side. So there's that. And then this would be your Mossy Meadow. And then this is the other side to it. All right. And then this is your coral. And this is the other side for it. All right. This is your Lost Lagoon and your Very Vanilla colors. And, let's see. Hold on. I messed up. Well, oh, there we go. All right, I don't know what I did, but this is the coral, and then this is the back side. I don't know where my other sheet is for it. It's probably on my work table. Now, let's move on to this. So, these two go together. This is the back side of this sheet. And then, these two go together. Sorry about that. All right, so this is the paper line that we're going to be using tonight. And it will be available, like I said, on Tuesday for customers. So this is called Brushed and Beauty Designer Series paper. All right. The embellishments, I'm going to go ahead and share those with you as well. The embellishments that I am going to be using on one of the projects, they're also going to be new, and they will be available on Tuesday. They are called Pearls of Beauty, and these are just gorgeous. So you've got your white, you've got your coral, and then this is like a neutral or a beige color. But we're going to be using the white ones tonight. So those are the embellishments. So those two items will be available starting on Tuesday. All right. So let's dive into our projects tonight. I have 3 card projects ready to go. So let me share what we are doing tonight. So here is card 1. Trying to make sure none of my stuff's in the video here, so I got room for our cards. All right, so there is card 1. Here is card 2. And here is card 3. So those are the projects for tonight. Let's see. I'll try to zoom in just a little bit. All right, hopefully that's better, because it just seemed like I was so far away. Oh yeah, there you go. Now you can see the pretties. So these are our 3 projects that we're going to do tonight. So let's get started. We're going to do this one first, and then we'll go into the other 2 projects. So with this one, what I did is I've got our thick basic white. It is our standard size. Thank you, Candy. This is our standard size. This is the 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. The designer paper that I am using on this one is an oldie, but I love it. It is called Country Woods 12 by 12 designer paper. And I do have some of that I can share. It is double-sided, so you've got this here, and this is called Country Wood. All right, so that's the same sheet there. And then you've got your darker wood and your pink. And then you've got another dark, and then that one. And that is actually the one that we are using tonight. However, in this pack, you have different types of paper. I am just not having it. So you do have a full sheet that looks just like this. I just don't have it. And then on the back side is blue. I have used almost every bit of mine. So here's a bigger piece that you can see the stripes. And then on the back side is the blue. And then you have a gray sheet in there. And then the back side is a light wood grain. So this is all different styles of wood grain paper, and it is called Country Woods. All right, so that is the paper for this card that we're doing now. All right, so let's put that back in its package and move it out of the way. And then I tore it on the side, and then I stamped in Pecan Pie and Lost Lagoon. The arch here for the label, I used the arch, Everyday Arches dies, and then stamped the sentiment with Lost Lagoon, and then there are those white pearls from that beauty. So let's get started with this card. So here is the product that I've already got set up for us, so we didn't have to take a lot of our time to wait on me to pre-cut everything. So I've got that done. Now we need to get our stamp sets out and our ink pad ready to go. This one, like I said, is Lost Lagoon and Pecan Pie. So I am just getting those opened and ready to go. This is the Pecan Pie here. All right. Hello, Kimberly. Welcome. All right. So we're going to take our card base here and we're going to fold it at the crease. Then we're going to take our bone folder and give it that great crisp fold to it. Our designer series paper, we are going to take it and we're going to tear it. Now, as far as tearing goes, you can take however much you want off of it. I did not have a set way. I just kind of run it like this. And I just tear it. And it gives it that pretty look of a torn look. And then I took one of the long branch out of the stamp set that we're using. And I just tapped it into my pecan pie. And I tried to get the majority of it covered. All right. And then I just kind of angled it to where I was going to get the most out of it. So we just kind of angle it onto the page. All right. And we're going to have to turn this one around because I actually stamped it the wrong way. I was supposed to turn it the other way. But this way will work too. It'll be fine. All right. And then what I did is I took the pine leaves and I stamped it into the Lost Lagoon. And I just randomly selected what branch I wanted these to go on. Okay, there is no set branch because they're not all going to be covered. So we're just stamping these on the branch. All right, let's see. Let's do one right there. All right. Then we're going to take our little pine cone and take our pecan pie and we're going to stamp our little pine cone right in there. Okay, and we're going to do this one here. We're going to do this one. And let's do one right there. How about that? That looks pretty. All right. And now we're ready to stamp our sentiment. And we're going to take that and we're going to do it into the Lost Lagoon. And we are going to say, thinking of you brings joy to my heart. All right. Perfect. Now we're going to take our card base here and our adhesive, and we're going to tack our designer paper down. I am using the Stampin' Seal by Stampin' Up. You can use whatever adhesive you like. It can be, I don't know if I want it like that. Let's try it. Let's do it this way. You can use your liquid glue, your seals, whatever type of adhesive you like the best. All right. And then we're going to put our label on, of course, with our dimensionals. And I'm going to do 2 on this card. Okay. Here and here. stick where we want to put our sentiment. How about right there? We're changing this one up a little bit because I did not have my paper turned the right way. So then that's making me stamp upside down. Hello, Mom. That's making me change it around a little bit, which is okay because sometimes it's good to change up your layouts. All right, so we are going to use the beautiful whites, and I'm going to get one of the big ones, and we're going to stick it there, and then we're going to take 2 of the little ones, and let's see where we're going to put this one. I'm going to go up there. So there is card number 1. All right. Let's close all these up because I don't want to get ink in them because ink gets everywhere. Uh-oh, got glue on my table. Hold on, guys. Okay. So there is card number 1. And yes, they do look different, but hey, 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 Kathy, how are ya? Hope you're doing well. So that's card number 1. Let's get started with card number 2. All right, card number 2 coming right up. Let's go with this one here. This is a happy birthday wish card. And so what I did is I took the designer paper that will be available to you guys on Tuesday. And I've cut that to match the card base. So the card base is basic, thick basic white. It is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have our designer series paper that is called, does anybody remember? It is called Brushed with Beauty designer series paper. This is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. And then I have Early Espresso cardstock using the die set. I used the 3rd largest, which would be this one right there. And then that is in Early Espresso. And then I have our basic white, and I use the 2nd largest die for that. So that is where those are coming from. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to do our stamping. And because I do stamp off on this a little bit, I am going to put a piece of paper down because I did earlier and it got messy. Hello, Becky. How are ya? Hope you're doing well. So on this one, we are using the Pecan Pie and Shaded Spruce. So we're going to go ahead and open up those colors. Okay. So we're going to take our long branch and we're going to stamp it in the Pecan Pie. I am just tapping my stamp set into the ink pad. And then this one, we're going to angle it starting at the top and just kind of move that out of the way. Then we're going to just kind of angle this down and get the majority of it, but you're not going to get it all because this is a really, really big stamp. So we're going to stamp down. All right. And I can tell you we're going to have to modify on this one as well because I did not stamp high enough for my happy birthday. So it's okay. So we're going to take our birthday, tap it into the Pecan Pie, and we are going to just set that right in the middle here instead of at the bottom. So that's not a biggie. You can fix that. So now, we got to clean our stamps. So let me get my chamois. And a chamois, if you don't know what it is a little rubber foam piece that you just put pure water on, and then you can rub your stamps across it, and it cleans your stamps, and you don't have to use any kind of solutions or any of that. All you need is water. And then they fit perfectly in our stamp cases. All right, so now what I'm going to do is take the shaded spruce, and we're going to tap into it. And then we are going to just select where we want to put our branches. Because again, we will not cover all the sprigs. Okay, and then let's see, we do need one up there. All right. So we're going to leave it as that. Then we're going to take our little pine cone. We're going to take our little pine cone and stamp it in the pecan pie. And then we're going to stamp our little pine cones around on here. So with what I am doing tonight, do you see the versatility that this stamp set can really offer? Because you can do so many things with this. So we're going to put a little pine cone right up there. And I think that's all the pine cones no, we need one more up here. We need to put one in between. There we go. All right. So let's close up the ink pads for tonight so I don't get ink everywhere. All right, and let's move our scrap paper out of the way. And now we are ready to assemble the card. So we're going to take this and we're going to fold our card base. Take your bone folder as usual. Go across the top, giving it that great seal. We're going to take our designer series paper here, and we are going to put our seal on the back. And then because this has a design in it, you want to make sure you're not putting it upside down. Ask me, how do I know? Yes, I did it on the sample and had to start over. That might be why when I showed y'all the DSP, the designer series paper, I didn't have this sheet because I might have used it. Who knows? Who knows? All right, so now we're going to take our early espresso and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put our adhesive on the back, and then we're going to put it straight down onto our designer paper. Now, with this one, I did not use dimensionals, but for this one, I'm going to change it up and use my dimensionals. There we go. So we're going to put some dimensionals here. And here and here. And then we're going to put one in the center. Now, I need to get my pick tool so I can take my little backs off. I love the little poker thing on the pick tool because it just takes all those backs off so easy. And a lot faster than if I was actually doing it by hand. All right, so we're going to center this the best way you can. I'm going to just drop it and see if I can center. Needs to go down just a little bit, or over, not down. Come on. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're going to do it just... trying to get it to where on the sides it's kind of even. Ugh. All right, we're going to let it go. We're letting it go. As is. All right, so there is that card. Now we're going to put our embellishments on this one. I wanted to use the new embellishments. They're called Street. They're an online exclusive item, but I have no idea what I did with them. So instead, I'm using the Pressed Flower Maffia's embellishments. So we're going to use a large one. We're going to put one there. And then we're going to go to one of the small ones. And we're going to put it right there. And then we're going to get one more small one. Come on. And then we're going to stick it right up at the top. All right, so there's card number 2. Well, maybe I'm going to put them back. All right, so that's card number 2. So let's go to card number 3. Like I said in the beginning, I got quick, easy cards, but they're pretty. I hope you're enjoying them. So this is card number 3. So what I did with this one is we are using pecan pie cardstock. We're using a layer of the basic beige. We are using a piece of the designer series paper from the Brushed and Beauty that will be available on Tuesday for you. Then we have our basic white. We have our ribbon twine. I'm not sure what you want to call this, but it's called irregular. Well, I say we're going to use it. Oh gosh, where is it? It is called irregular. Guys, I don't see it on my table. I might have to change that up. Oh no. All right, give me a second. We'll figure it out. But it's called Irregular Weave. I know that's the name of it. I'm just not seeing my version of it. So we're going to get started with the project. And then on the inside, I did do something on the inside. I put a piece of basic white cardstock on the inside. And then I stamped in here and also put a sentiment on it. So let's get started with our cards, and I will tell you the measurements like I did before, so just give me a second. So for this one here, our card base, oh goodness, our card base is 4 1/4. Hello, Shirley. Our card base is 4 1/4 by 11. Scored at 5 1/2. Our design, no, let's go to this one. Our basic beige is 5 1/4 by 4. Our designer series paper is 5 by 3 3/4. And then we use the dies again. And I use the second and the first from the inside to do the dies. And one is cut out of basic beige and the other one is cut out of basic white. And then I have just a 1-inch strip of basic white for the label. And then for the inside, I cut this at 5 1/4 by 4. All right, so those are the measurements for this card. So let's get stamping, and then we will do the other piece in a minute. So we're going to stamp. This is using Shaded Spruce and Pecan Pie. So I'm going to get those open. I'm reading your message, Debbie. Of course. We all need paper, Debbie. I mean, we all need it. We just don't have enough in our stash. We never have enough paper. Because, you know, when you don't order paper, then that's when you're going to need that one piece of paper, and it would have been in that pack of paper that you ordered. I got you. So yes, I'm in the same, I do the same thing. So what we're going to do is take the large tree stem here, and we're tapping it in our pecan pie. And then this is going to go across from top to bottom. And again, because this is a smaller die, you're not going to get the whole branch in there, but you will get the majority of it. All right. And then we're going to take our little sprig here, and we're going to stamp just like we did earlier. All right. And then we're going to do that one. And then we're going to come down to the bottom here. And we're going to stamp more. And let's see. All right. And then we're going to take our little pine cone. And of course, you know, you can't have pine trees without pine cones. Even though those little jokers hurt when you step on them barefooted. Also remember, this is my monthly online card class. So you will get all of these projects for free when you place a minimum of a $35 order from now until Friday. You have until Friday to place an order. And then you will get all of these projects here for free. All right, so then we're going to stamp. We're going to move that scrap paper off because we're done with it. And then we're going to take our sentiment. I am saying hello on this one. So I'm taking it and I'm stamping it in pecan pie. And we're going to just stamp it straight onto our tag. And then I just took my snips and I just cut it off that end there. So that gives us our tag there. All right. So now, I sure do wish I knew what I did with my ribbon. So we may have to change up our ribbon. I don't see it. That's weird. All right, I'm going to just have to do something different because I'm not seeing it. So we're going to move on, and then we will come back. All right, let's do the inside of our card real quick, and then we'll assemble it and figure out what we're going to do with not having our irregular weave. All right, so the sentiment I am stamping in the pecan pie for the top. And then that's going to go straight at the top. I left a little room at the top just so you can write a name on it. But I wanted to get it as close to the top so you can write a message. Now, because this branch is going to stick off, I did not do the, I need that paper under here. All right, so let me get my branch. Now, this is the other branch that goes on to this set. So this is a different one. So let's go ahead and stamp it. And again, we're not doing the whole thing. We're only gonna do part of it. All right. And then I want to try to get just this little bit right there. Oh, that's good. That turned out good. All right, so we're going to take our shaded spruce and we're going to do this. And let's do one right there. All right, then get our little pine cone. And all right, there is the inside of this card. So now we can assemble the card and put it together. All right. So we're going to take and use our Stampin' Seal, and we're going to go ahead and put this across here. All right, and then this is going to go straight inside of our card base. And then we're going to fold this down and run our bone folder across there. All right, and then we're going to put our basic beige down. Doing the same thing with the adhesive and just putting the layers on now. All right, then we're going to take our beautiful designer series paper. And we're going to layer that. All right. Now, this, wait a minute, let's see. Let's turn this over. So now, these two go together. So let's go ahead and hook these down. And this goes straight on to here. All right, now, I didn't do this on the sample one, but I'm going to do it on this one. We're going to go ahead and put this on with the dimensionals. Come on. And that just kind of changes the look of the card a little bit when you do use dimensionals. And by now, you guys know I love my dimensionals. So we're going to put this down. We're going to put it right into the center of the card. All right, now we've got to come up with our ribbon because we can't go any further without putting our ribbon down. So why don't we use... because I have no idea. Make sure it didn't fall off the back of my workstation. It did not. This is what happens when your studio is a hot mess. You can't find anything that you need. Right? All right. So I don't see it. So how about let's see what it looks like with this. This is a shaded spruce and soft seafoam ribbon. So let's see if we can get it to... to work. So I'm going to take this and we're going to just kind of tweak it a little bit. But I think this will work. It's not what I wanted, but we're going to make it work. Okay, guys? Oh, the things that go wrong on videos. You know... that is just part of life, right? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. Actually, we need to be putting our adhesive on the back of our tag here, because this is actually where the ribbon's going. So we're going to stick it on the center of our thing. So it comes out. So why don't we just do this? Okay. So instead of overlapping it, because I don't really want the back side of this ribbon to show, because this card don't have soft seafoam in it, let's just do this. Let's lap it. And we're going to make a little hoop on the back side. It's going to show just a little bit, but it won't be too bad. So we're going to put some adhesive on here to hold this down. Okay, perfect. Because I've got to cut this other side as well, because we don't want it too big. With it being a little thicker ribbon, I don't want the tag to be bulky. All right, so we're going to trim this off. Now, when you place your orders so you can get this class, you will get that irregular weave, because I'm going to find it after this video. I'm just not going to keep hunting, so we're going to just move on and improvise, but you will get the ribbon that's supposed to be used. Because I have no idea where it could go. I mean, literally, I just came in my room because I had a church meeting. And I went to my church meeting and I came back and come straight up here to work. So I have no idea where it went. All right, so I used a little extra dimensionals on there just because this ribbon is thicker. I wanted to make sure that I do secure it on the card, because I didn't want the tag to fall off once we put this down. But this is going to look pretty. All right, if I can get the glue dots off of my fingers. All right, so now this is going to go straight in the center of the card. That actually don't look bad. I do like that. All right, so there is card number 3. All right, so let's pull all the cards back out so you can see the projects that we have done tonight. All right, so we're going to leave that out there since it's 2 different cards. And I'll go ahead, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and throw both of those in, so you'll get a total of 4 cards for tonight. Let's just do that. I like that idea. All right, so we're going to do one with the irregular ribbon and then one with the shaded spruce ribbon. All right, so then there is that, and then here is the other card. So there are the cards for tonight's projects. I hope you have enjoyed this. Remember, this is my monthly online class, so a minimum of a $35 order. You will get all 4 of these cards for free when you place your order. thank you for the hearts. I love that. If you enjoyed this video, please share, like, and follow my Facebook page. If you are watching me on my YouTube channel, share, like, subscribe, click that bell in the top right hand corner, and that way when I make posts you will be notified as well. And on Facebook, follow me, because when I go live then it pops up in your feed that I am live. All right, guys, I will be back on Wednesday morning, I promise. For the last 2 weeks at work, it has just been very chaotic. And I did not get to go in my craft room much last week, so that is why I had no class on Wednesday. But I will be back live Wednesday morning with Coffee and a Card, 6:15 a.m. And then with Halloween being this past Friday, I totally forgot about Funfold Friday. But I will be also back on Friday with Funfold Friday. That is something that is new in the schedule, and I'm trying to get it worked in, and I just totally forgot with Halloween and all of that going on. So I do apologize for that. But be on the email list, because, oh, I'm so glad, Debbie. Thank you. I will be sending out emails tomorrow for registration, as well as my upcoming schedule. November is full of all kinds of things, as well as we've got 2 more Christmas series to go, and then we're wrapping up that, and then we're going into Thanksgiving, and being so grateful and blessed to be here and be able to share with you during Thanksgiving. And then I do have a couple of fun things that's going to be going on. As of right now, Stampin' Up! Does not do any kind of Black Friday things, but individually, I will be doing something for Black Friday. So you want to make sure you are on my email list. So click that link. You don't want to miss what I'm doing. And lastly, I will be getting the information out for sure tomorrow. But I teamed up with 2 other demonstrators to do an advent calendar during the month of December. So registration is fixing to take place. I'm hoping to get that out tomorrow, if not no later than Tuesday, for the advent calendar. And it's not going to be Christmas related. We are going to be taking new product that is coming out, and we will be putting the new product in our advent calendar, so you can get it before anything else and go along with our advent calendar projects. But it's 2 other demonstrators. So enough with that. I will be back on Wednesday, and I hope you enjoy it. This class, make sure you get your order in by Friday, November the 7th, to be able to get these projects. All right, see you Wednesday. Thank you, guys.